Chip City's trying to be Chip City. Stephen A. brought this up recently, and this story has been all over the place on ESPN.com. Brian Windhorst, Jerry West, Doc Rivers, and the other team in L.A. are working on a plan to acquire both Kawhi Leonard and Kevin Durant this summer. Stephen A., how much pressure does this put on LeBron, Magic, and the Lake Show?
Immense pressure. Immense pressure. Let's call it what it is. LeBron James is under no obligation to win a championship this year. It's to get the Lakers to the playoffs, be competitive in the playoffs. I think they're going to the Western Conference Finals. To me, that would be a victory for this season. But we all know that the Golden State Warriors are the favorite to win the championship. That's a given. But after this year, you got to get somebody in free agency. Kevin Durant's going to be a free agent. Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, and Anthony Davis signed with Clutch Sports under Rich Paul, and presumably he wants to be in L.A. I even have some people saying that, you know what, he should demand a trade now to try to facilitate his arrival in Los Angeles with LeBron James. You are Magic Johnson. You've got to get one of those players. And if you don't get one of those players and the Clippers end up getting Durant and Kawhi Leonard, I mean, it's a heist. Max, the only thing that I would compare it to is Jerry West stealing Shaquille O'Neal from the Orlando Magic like a thief in the night. That's the only thing that I would compare it to. The fact that the Clippers are creating enough cap space to pursue two max players. Combine that with what Durant had to say about LeBron in terms of playing with him and how a star wouldn't necessarily want to play with LeBron James, or it's not to their advantage, tacitly implying, but playing with me might be better. If you have a situation where you're the Los Angeles Clippers with Doc Rivers coaching his butt off, with this team overachieving with minimal expectations, with Jerry West and Lawrence Frank, with a billionaire in Balmer who's forgotten to count more money than the Buss family even has. If you are the Los Angeles Lakers and the Clippers pulled that off, your only hope is to get an Anthony Davis. So make no mistake about it, this is a big deal. It's something that I reported a couple of weeks ago because I've been hearing around NBA. Everybody been talking about Kawhi. And I came here on First Take a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, look, man, I'm hearing Kevin Durant and the Clippers more and more and more. Now, whether or not that's going to happen remains to be seen. But I'll tell you something. It's getting very, very interesting in Tinseltown. No doubt about it.
What did I say when KD made those comments? That one of two things were going on. Mm-hmm. Either he's telling Kawhi, forget LeBron, come play with me. Or he's telling Kawhi, you don't want to play with LeBron because KD wants to play with LeBron. One thing KD does not want to happen is LeBron and Kawhi on the Lakers. Okay, we're going to discuss that later.
Yes, because I don't agree with that.
Let me tell you how much pressure's on Magic Johnson right now. OG Magic Johnson. He is OG. I mean, remember OG Bobby Johnson? Did you remember that? But the original OG in the front office of the original gangster in the front office of the NBA is Jerry West. It is so serious with Jerry West. And Stephen A. used the example I was going to bring up. Think of what happened before they got Shaq. Jerry West put together a nice, exciting, fun-to-watch team that, I forgot, won 48 games, whatever, would make the playoffs. Everyone knew the team wasn't going to win a championship. But it was, Cedric Ceballos and these guys. It was fun to watch, and it was an okay team, and it wasn't, and fans were showing up. But he didn't commit to any long-term contracts. He just showed this is a healthy organization, and he kept all that money for Shaquille O'Neal. He identified Shaquille O'Neal. He said him. And in the draft, he identified Kobe Bryant. Jerry West was running around telling people he's going to be the greatest player of all time, Kobe Bryant, and telling people in the media, don't dare repeat it, but they understood what was going on. He selected Shaq and Kobe, and it was off to the races. What's he doing right now? He put together a very functional, healthy team with the Clippers to send a message. This is a functional, healthy organization. And he saved the money, no long-term deals. He's saving his money to make a run. He's identified, again, two players, KD and Kawhi. It's like, duh. It's not like identifying Kobe in the draft. But still, KD and Kawhi, it is serious. And Stephen A., this is why it's serious. Don't think L.A. can't be flipped, at least temporarily. We have argued about this before. I lived through it in the mid-'80s in this town in New York City. The Yankees were winning 90 games a season with the two best players in the majors, Rickey Henderson and Don Mattingly, on the same team. The Mets won the World Series in '86. They went back to the playoffs in '88. There were more Mets fans in this town than Yankees fans. The attendance was better. The ratings were better. They were winning more. It can happen. So how much pressure is Magic Johnson under? For the first time in history, there's a danger because of Jerry West that L.A. can be flipped and be temporarily a Clippers town. That's how much pressure.
That really doesn't matter to me right now. I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it. What I will tell you is this. The interesting element that I take from all of this, remember that Kevin Durant was a free agent, and before he decided to go to Golden State, one of the things that led to the falling out of Doc Rivers and Chris Paul wasn't just Austin Rivers. It was Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant, he gave the Clippers a courtesy conversation. He gave the Clippers a courtesy visit. He made it very, very clear there was no way in hell that he was going to the Clippers because he didn't like the dysfunctionality that reeked through this organization in terms of Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, CP3, with Austin Rivers being there. Not that he belongs in that conversation. I like Austin Rivers, but, you know, we're talking about CP3 here and Blake Griffin at the time. Kevin Durant considered it a dysfunctional environment. CP3, being friends with Kevin Durant, wanted Kevin Durant to obviously talk to the Clippers at that particular moment in time. Kevin Durant made it very, very clear it was no way in hell he was coming. As a result, CP3 didn't bother to be present for the meeting with Kevin Durant. And because of that, at least in CP3's eyes, Doc Rivers never really let that go. He sort of was upset. According to what my sources tell me, Doc Rivers was definitely upset that CP3 wasn't there to help woo Kevin Durant because he felt he had a chance. They didn't have a chance then. They have a chance now.